for me and you and audience. Came to you at first because in Overwatch 1, I was hard stuck masters like 3982, and I
Yeah.
just went off GM like 7 times, and then
Yeah.
Overwatch 2 came, and I hit GM 5 immediately on Sojourn. I was like, I feel so much worse than I did on in Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
Um, Game you played. I wanted to go to PC because I felt that would be more of a challenge at GM on and felt more accomplishment. And
Yeah.
I got close, and then season I was 3 or 4 happened, and when they set everyone to their MMR,
Yeah.
and I had all my accounts to go to GM 1,
Yeah.
and I was partially happy at first. I was like, it felt rewarding. Like, hey, I knew it, I could do it. And then I also felt cheap because I
Yeah.
could still haven't ever got through the low master GM hurdle
Yeah.
by myself. But I was able to sustain in high GM, and I went back to console and managed to put like 25, 50 games, got to 289. And I was pretty happy with that. But Marvel Rivals came out, my interest in Overwatch kind of like I kind of did it. Then went to Marvel Rivals for a bit, and same thing happened. I got to Celestial one off Eternity, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I wanted. It's not the
Yeah.
same thing over again. And
Suffering from
I'm sitting here
success.
thinking, yeah. I guess, yeah, that's true. It's all relative, but like,
Yeah.
I really felt like I could never push the hurdle from like a low, like I said low rank, like a low high rank player to a top 500 level, and maybe that's partially because of like, work ethic and like time is put in. Because like I'm still in school and college, I'm working a bit on the side, and it is
Yeah.
really hard to keep to compete with some of these people. And like I know I still can. Like there's people who obviously could just like hop on the game anytime and just get there, so it's possible. Um, but like I remember I was playing a game on PC against Sunshine Bread,
Yep.
and played one. I'm gonna go to chat and say GG's. And I looked at her. She was doing a work thing, and she had every single map with her wins, her loss ratio, everything tied. I'm like, her work ethic is insane. Um,
Okay.
and I didn't compete with that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and
But yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
but yeah,
I
you're at the same rank though. No?
Yes, we were at the same rank.
Okay. Maybe that's a little lesson to be learned there.
That
I
is
mean,
true. I
I
forgot.
love Sunshine Bread, but I like maybe a little bit of insight here. I actually coached her once, and she's a very hard worker, but also she is. I'm not sure if I assume she suffers from ADHD. So she's very much, she's a great person, great streamer. She's also a multitasker, but she's like kind of consistently gone in a million different directions at the same time. In fact, when I coached her, I had a talk with her about her time commitment. She was getting coaching from different coaches every single day for weeks. And I was like, hey, you gotta focus on the quality, not the quantity. And I need you like fully locked in during a session here. We're gonna keep it short, keep it infrequent, play fewer games. She was scrimming for like 4 hours after doing rank for like 5 hours and coaching. And you could tell that she was just like ADHD or not. Like it's just not possible to stay locked in, for that quantity of time. And so she climbed really fast, and I know that she's pretty much plateaued and or even diminished in rank since then. Like I'm pretty sure she's just kind of hovers around masters and has for a couple of years now. So, again, she's got her own separate set of goals, like as a streamer, and she's doing a lot of other stuff. And so, but I guess what my point being is like, I wouldn't look at that and be like, okay, that's exactly what I need to be doing, because you're doing a lot less and accomplishing the same. So you kind of need to compare yourself. To be honest with you, I wouldn't compare yourself to anything. I would look at what you're doing right now and be like, okay, with the amount of time that I'm able to reasonably put in, where can I cut the fat? Do I want to cut the fat? Like, what could I be doing to be more efficient with my time? Because I think like most people are actually pretty good at self-analysis in that regard if they actually do it.
That is true. I don't. I see. I'm trying to decide where I even want to put my time and effort into, because I've also been
Yeah.
playing a lot more in the past month, more for social reasons versus competitive. Because like
Yeah.
I'm a competitive person. I do enjoy playing, and it is
Yeah.
my thing. But like I have a little brother who I love, and he plays other things. So we started playing like NBA 2K or like Halo for some reason. I don't even know why. So we're playing like a lot of different games, and these are all games that I have either been near or top at the top rank,
Yeah.
and I don't know if maybe I could put more effort into it and hit the top rank, but I don't know if it's even worth it. Like, what's the point of it? It sounds like
Yeah.
I'm kind of having this, like, not really literally a midlife crisis. It's just video games, but like a midlife crisis.
Yeah, I mean it's good. Like I know it's always uncomfortable, but like I think like that's when. So two things happen when those happen, right? First off, you do a self-analysis of like your values and like what matters the most to you, of course. And that means picking up new things and dropping other things. You know, like that whole period of experimentation is important. It's not always comfortable in the moment, but like, people make fun of midlife crises, but like it is a moment of self-reflection. Maybe we should be doing this more often. So even for silly things about whether I should be dumping hours into Halo or not, right?
Yeah. So. I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted. Like, I had a little bit of a list. Like, also just like confidence. Like, because I've had such a really weird history of the ranked like ladder through all my games. I've never felt confident. Like, I could always like coach like friends or like people around my level. I have coached higher level players than me, but when they asked for it, I definitely had some people who just asked just to be ego about it. I'm sure you've had that before.
Yep. Yep. Always. Always.
But like. I remember I was talking to a guy who was a 4400 ball, and I was like, I don't know how to play better at the time. Like Ball is one of the few characters I just didn't know. He's also a very unique character in Overwatch himself. Just like his role is different even from like say Winston or Diva. And like it's also a lot. He's also very mechanical heavy.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know. And so I always struggle with confidence in certain things, and I always have to remember some things are just opinions. Like
yeah.
I was trying to think of an example of opinion, and this is not shot fired. I love your video about the skill tier list, but I don't think Baptiste is C. I think he's B. But like who cares, right?
Fair enough.
Like,
fair enough. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's far from objective.
But there's other things that I feel like are more aligned. Could be more objective, and like something like you talked about before in your stream was about win conditions. I was big on win conditions in my thing, and you're like, there's not really win conditions in Overwatch. And I was like, is that a philosophy thing? Am I just wrong? Am I just looking at the game differently?
It's more of a philosophy thing, yeah. I basically it's more semantics. It's more of what people associate win conditions with, if that makes sense. Like when people associate win conditions with Overwatch, they often think of things that are like not that useful or a waste of time or overly complicated. But if you were to like kind of adopt that term and to simplify it into your own way, then it's totally fine.
Heard. And I'm trying to think what else is there.
I mean, we can look through your forum too. You did say it was a bit outdated, but we can skim through.
What happened? It's been a minute.
I mean, it was Celestial and Rivals. I mean, we can still look at Rivals stuff if you like. I mean, I can install the game here. It's really your call.
You don't even have it installed right now?
I do not,
did see
but
you're
I
done
can.
with it. Yeah. No, it's been a minute. No, I'm not even worried about that, dude. Like,
all right,
I'm trying to think what we can do.
Our sessions are always legendary. Like, you realize, like, our last one did really well. People were very interested in the space swaps and strategy, so...
were they? Like, I don't know. I know I have my own beliefs, and I remember, like, I was reading the comments about swaps, and, like, I was like, hey, this is good, like, food for thought, This is good food for thought.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I might just hop on Overwatch. I think I just got my Xbox to work. I'm gonna see if it'll let me. Sure. And we just because like I have not played. Maybe it was a fun video for just talk about Overwatch and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Works for me. Are you happy? Like you said, you're not really sure where you're at in terms of like time commitment and stuff. I would encourage you to kind of not do that here because I think you need just your own head like quiet. But I would evaluate kind of like where you're at with gaming for like the next couple of months and like what your goals are. This is something that I do with my work like chronically, like every month or so, like where I'm at, what I want to do, where am I at, what I want to do. Like just not even thinking like long term because I think that's a little bit too ambitious necessarily, but just like what do I want to be a month from now? Am I happy with how I'm playing right now? Do I like how hard I'm training right now? Because like you kind of described it being as more social recently with your brother, and like I think that's really important. Like that's something that you probably should value a lot. Probably even more so over just grinding ranked, right? So it doesn't always mean that what I need to be doing to get ranked up, but just kind of like, am I happy with where my goals and how I'm playing aligned? Even if my goal is to just have fun, that's fine. Are you having fun when you're playing? Are you approaching the game in that mindset, I guess?
Yeah. I'll have to figure that out. I'm definitely, I think I've been recently weighing towards social because like I've been thinking about the long term because it is fun being competitive and just being your best. But like in the end, there's no money involved. There's no like end goal
No.
really. It is just a full long journey. It's kind of like weightlifting. Like like
Yeah.
you're always building yourself. You're not like some people may have goals like I want to bench 225 or whatever. But like
Yeah.
it's an ongoing journey. And like I'm trying to think like socially like something doing that. But anyways, on I guess to Overwatch because like I haven't played this game and like I haven't played it a lot since Hazard came out. I
Yeah.
dabbled into Perks a little bit when
Yeah.
it came out. I was really interested.
Yeah.
And then hot take. I still love Overwatch. I'm not a big fan of Perks.
Fair enough.
To me, it really feels like because like each perk. There are options, but I'm gonna use Tracer's example. Like I literally cannot think of an example when to not take the 3 blinks over the health. Like,
No,
that could be a Lucio
you're not
beat
wrong.
drop. I could have 1200 health, and I still think I would take the blinks.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So it feels like the Overwatch kind of got like everyone's got power crap, and we're just trying to figure out who the best is. And like I remember I was struggling in Diamond. Like
Yeah.
I was playing against what was it? It was a Sim Venture Lifeweaver on a Diva on Busan, and I was playing DPS at the time. And I just play Tracer, and I just could not do it. Just could not do it. And I was like, I'm in a Diamond lobby now. I had just got off Marvel. Funny enough, because I've been playing Marvel the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have the experience, but Marvel is such a slow-paced game. You die so much slower compared to Overwatch.
It is. Yeah.
And so that definitely hit me hard. Let's see if I can get Can I stream my game?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. I have not. I don't think I can get on my high because like I had a rank anxiety. I'm weird. Everyone has their reasons, but like my OCD. I would always Smurf, and my highest ranked accounts are all Smurfs, and not my main account.
Yeah,
I can't stream a Smurf on Xbox.
That's actually pretty normal. I think people put a lot less pressure on themselves, and they will also avoid playing on their main, and so therefore the account that they play more on and the account that they play more like freely, they play better at. So it's like, yeah, that's often how it goes.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't even know what I want to work on. Like I'm trying to think of like this is all plat. I could do 6 but that's cool.
Let's pause really quick. I want to double check your form here and see if there's anything else. This is probably more Rivals. Talking about what is holding me back, gaining confidence, philosophical questions more than anything additional. Anything additional, like, so I don't know. What do you feel is holding me back? I feel like mechanics, ability to multitask, knowledge of matchups and positioning. Again, this is probably more related to Rivals, but maybe these are just good questions to answer. How are you feeling about how you're like mechanically performing when you need to? Do you feel like if I wanted to improve my mechanics, I would know what I needed to do, or I would know what I need to do?
I actually do not know what I would need to do to improve my mechanics. I started off in a basis, and I have a good basis. Like crosshair placement was a big thing. Like because like in Halo, you got to be aiming at the head the whole time. So there's like things like that to make aiming easier. Getting into rhythm things, like even though like in theory grapple hook shots are harder than standstill shots, they're also something you do a lot, so they can be rhythmic and then they're easy to get into. I don't know, but like on PC, like I know mechanics are just better. You have your whole arm to aim. Just like that. But on console, I am more comfortable just because I have shoulder issues, and also I do have a trimmer. And what I've noticed is that I don't shake as much. I do shake, I should say, but when I'm playing, I strain to counter the shaking, and the straining is usually what's what's the word I'm looking for? Like makes my aiming hard and not smooth.
Yeah. I get that.
Sometimes pressure can do that, and like multitasking. And Marvel Rivals matchups as well. Like I kind of was really thinking like it came out. Doctor Strange just got nerfed for his most recent time. I was like, I still feel like he's really good, but there's just some matchups I feel like I was really bad into, like Dive. And then I kind of really thought like philosophical because at the time I think I've answered it because like Marvel Rivals isn't really like as diverse as Overwatch. The answer is just like shield tank, thing, Namor, Luna Snow, and then whatever you else like Loki probably, and that's it.
Pretty much.
And that is Marvel Rivals. So like those matchups I was losing, I was like I could maybe perform better and pop off, be like a better player. And Boker, I guess, is a good streamer. I could be like Boker. I'm sure Boker could have won some of these games I could have lost. But at the same time, I also have to acknowledge it is a team-based game, and if they're running Dive and I just don't have a Namor and our team's getting ran over, it's kind of the game. Personally, I feel like because I had those questions about matchups. I was thinking, I was trying to apply all these more Overwatch thinks two Marvel Rivals. Like an example I would give is like no. Overwatch, obviously, there's a lot more to this, but like for a simplistic base, dive beats poke beats brawl, and brawl beats dive, right? And that just does not work in Marvel Rivals, like at all.
Right.
Poke is just extreme. Poke just wins everything, and it has been since season 0. And so
Right.
like I was very unconfident in my matchups because I was just losing games, and I'm sure if I was a better player, like Bogart could have won some of these games. But I have to acknowledge it's not just matchup. Like not every game is winnable. And like you can't expect to perform 100% every single game. Just do you got to do what you can in the moment, and then go next.
Yeah.
So like I kind of stopped having like the philosophical like dilemma in Rivals because Strange is still top 4 and his nerfs are coming up. We've seen the things. So he may fall out, he may not. Don't know, but like I don't think the meta is going to shift personally. No one can really know, but it's gonna be poke meta for a while probably.
I think people are gonna try out what was her freaking name, the white
New
lady,
one, I don't know.
the other white lady.
Another blonde.
I think that the question with Strange is
Emma
gonna be
Frost?
like, Emma Frost, that's it. It's going to be like, what's his matchup look like versus her? If it's relatively favorable, then I think he's going to hang around. If it's not, then he's going to drop like a rock, because metas are always diverse outside of that. But I think it's going to kind of depend on exactly how she shakes up the meta. And then obviously there's like a lot of the other team ups that have the potential to be really strong. So I think it's going to be more Emma Frost and team up shifted and less so just like raw buffs and nerfs. Although I think those will definitely have some impact. I think it's like whenever with Rivals, it's always like those 3 things: new hero, team up, and patch notes, because those things happen so much more rapidly than Overwatch, right? Like Overwatch, we have like 3 new heroes a year. Every freaking patch is a new freaking Rivals hero, right? So like there's always that potential to shift things up.
It is true. You never know, because I didn't think the thing was my very first initial thought was that good, and then I realized he is just S tier. He's like the Brigitte of this game.
Who?
The Thing.
Oh yeah,
he just actually stops dive. Like just the Thing in the more makes dive impossible.
Yeah.
And so like maybe Ember Frost stuff like that, but yeah. So like I was unconfident, but then like I kind of sat back and just looked at it. I'm like, you're overthinking it. Like look at it objectively, and obviously sometimes paper doesn't need practice, but Thing the more just in this current landscape of the meta of the game is just how it is, and there's not main we can always everyone can debate on like different diversity, but the meta diversity of supports, or I should say the supports that are meta in the Marvel Rivals aren't very diverse. Like it's all pokey range characters.
Yeah. Well, it's because there's no real speed in the game, no real speed, and also in addition to that, the healing, sustain, anti-dive characters often just have like a lower skill floor, right? So it's like it's easier to live a dive than it is to actually execute the dive most of the time. Like I think the rule with like a lot of like Black Panther and Spider-Man is it's really just a support skill check, right? If you pay attention, if you check your corners, if you don't forget that they're behind you, then like you just really can't die. Like you just don't die, So it's like at a certain point, it's like there's just no point. You might as well go for the character that dumps out more damage from range.
Yeah.
But no, I'd agree with that. Yeah, I mean, again, I basically, here's what I would say is like, given the fact that like you're kind of describe yourself as very busy with school and work, yeah?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So at least invest in those things. Like then I would always kind of like classify this as like a strictly hobby, So then kind of going at it with like the number one priority, not to be campy, is that you should always be having fun with the way that you're playing right now, and you should never put your goals over your enjoyment of the game, right? Because it's just not that important, right? Like it's just not that important. So if you have fun applying yourself to things, which you do and I do, then that's fine. But it should never come at the compromise of actually like not liking the sport. Because like there was a period of time when I was doing like travel tournament flag football all along like the East Coast and stuff like that. And the environment, like I'm gonna go and give you some spoilers. Like the team that I was playing with, like really good, really toxic. I really did not enjoy playing with them. I hated driving like 3-4 hours to these freaking tournaments and then having to stay overnight and feeling sore, and just I loved football. Like I freaking love football. It's my favorite sport. I love it. I would play it every day if I could. But basically got to the point where like I stopped enjoying football because I started associating it with a really toxic environment. Right. Yeah. And I don't know, I kind of had to reevaluate my whole approach to the game. And like recently, a couple of weeks ago, I played like pickup football like an hour away with a couple of people I knew and a couple of other people. There was like 10, 11 guys there. And they were just terrible. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, they were just the worst. Like, every time I touched the ball, I scored a touchdown, right? Like, I guess that's like, I'm just so much faster, you know? And it's like, you know, I felt like they were moving in slow motion. But like, it was fun dumpstering on bronze players in a way. But I also, it was kind of fun because like, I don't know, like I got to like play as quarterback and I tried to throw it to the guys that were like new and like everyone was like being really positive and like we just played for like 3 hours and like people around where I'm at, they're like, if it's not a tournament, they don't want to play. It's like, guys, you don't want to play pickup. Like, let's just play. No, it's not for a tournament. I'm like, are you guys serious? Like, let's just play for fun, right? We just played for hours for fun and it was really positive and like fine. And I was like, man, I haven't played football like this in like 2 years. You know, and I guess my point being is I kind of went back to like what got me into football initially, which is just playing pickup for hours with fun environment with friends. And I don't know, I had a really good time. And like, yeah, I like tournament ball and I wish I had a more productive, less toxic environment. And that would be great if I could do that. But I don't know, like sometimes it's good to kind of evaluate what you're doing and being like, you know, am I too married to this whole grind? You know, am I forgetting why I actually wanted to do this in the first place? You know, and again, that doesn't just apply to Overwatch, but like I really think that's important. And I think no matter whether it's Halo, Rivals, Overwatch, I'm gonna keep hammering at it. You know, evaluate what you're doing and whether it actually lines up with what you want to do.
Yeah, I know, I agree because like I think I did lose sight of what I wanted in the journey because every competitive game I usually play, I always try to grind for the top level. Besides one was NBA 2K. That one was weird because I never played basketball growing up at all. Never watched it either. And then my Overwatch buddy was like, you should try it out. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try it out. And like I was terrible at it. And and like 2K is also just has a completely different like culture than any other competitive game because it is a sports game rather than like these FPSs or whatever. And so the culture on it is completely different. And there was not really a ranked scene in that game because like, the ranked scene were teams. Because if you were going to solo versus a team, it's physically impossible to win. It doesn't matter how good you are, because you can't hold the ball. You have to have the ball to score, and just how that game works. So it was all about team based. And they just released ranked this year for the new 2K, and like I haven't not touched it once. I don't. I'm sure I could because like now it's been 4 or 5 years of playing 2K, and I've actually like I'm probably around like I guess Overwatch equivalent we were around like low GM still, high masters. I finally got it down. But like I don't know. It's so much more fun just playing with my friends, like and like my little brother, and like and doing it and just not caring, trying to get stats up or just going for funny lobs. Dude, like the fun of the game.
Games are weird, dude. Like I have this game like Age of Empires 2, dude. I haven't played like
Talk
that
about
game.
A lot, yeah.
Literally, I haven't played the game in 10, 11, 12 years. And even when I did play it, I was like just play versus AI. Like I don't play ranked, you know, like I never did. I don't even play the game at all anymore, but I really like the competitive scene and I really like studying it like as just like a student of like competition and like just like war and strategy and stuff like, but I don't play it like, and that's really weird to some people, you know, and like whenever I play games for fun, I almost always play single player games like, you know, Elden Ring or freaking, I just played some goofy game like What Remains of Edith Finch. It was like some story game. Like I looked at to me that's kind of like, that's normal, you know, like I think it's like people expect me to be super competitive about everything, but I'm not. You know, I'm very competitive about this, and when I need to grind something or I want to grind something, I will. But like, I don't know. I think that's just kind of normal. Is that we have like different relationships with different games because they're just different ways of expressing parts of our personality. Like, I think people generally, as a rule, are complicated. You know, and so you're like a super competitive guy, and then you're just like, I just want to freaking play 2K and slam dunk, you know, and like be like bronze, you know.
Exactly.
You know?
It's literally
I just want to be bronze, you know. Like, let me be bronze, you know.
Like
I think you also have so much like only so much like effort that you can give every day on any particular like skill, you know. And so like when you're tryharding literally everything at all times, it's tiresome, you know. It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I've never played sports games before. I hear the culture is really strange, to be honest with you.
Culture is really different. It's. I mean, every game's toxic, so it's definitely it's still toxic, but its own way.
It's super casual. I feel like, at least compared, like at least floor wise. I remember
It
getting
could
that
be-
culture
oh, what-
shock with Rivals. I was like, oh my gosh, I guess everybody's playing this because like these guys really don't know how to play shooters. Like this is like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 all over again. Like I thought those days were behind us, but these guys really don't know how to play video games. And they just got off the job 9 to 5 and they're gonna go home and they're like it's funny. Because I was talking with like all my my football buddies. They're like, yeah, I'm playing some Rivals. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what rank are you? You're like, yeah, silver. I'm like, you were silver in Rivals. That's funny. But yeah, it was just funny. It's just a different perspective that I'm not used to. But okay. Okay, I'm going to go through here. So we talked about mechanics. I guess quick crash course in mechanics, which I've probably done half a dozen times, but just for your information, is like the knowing the difference between mechanical, what do I want to say here? Mechanical habits and mechanical training session. Like mechanics training and mechanical habits are two different things. So like training sessions, these are things that you're familiar with. Like it's like the Vaxta, it's like playing ranked every day. It's if you have deathmatch or you're trying to learn combos, the new character deathmatch. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like you know that stuff. And then the mechanical habits is what you mentioned as like trigger discipline, crosshair placement, strafe patterns, stuff like that. And these are things that you're familiar with. What I would encourage you to do is that like if you ever want to bite the bullet and improve your mechanics, is to be able to like isolate those skills in like a test tube, and pull it out. So if I'm
I'm just gonna queue up Tracer, and
that's fine.
we can just keep going.
That's fine. Works for me. So like whether no matter what you're training, really, like whether you're playing Vaxta or whether you're playing ranked or whatever else, that you're able to kind of like isolate that skill and practice it very quickly. Because I think a lot of people get this mindset that like, oh, I'm playing ranked, I got to work my positioning. But like reality is that like in ranked, you can practice anything. Like you could practice your crosshair placement, you could practice your trigger discipline, you could practice your whatever you want to do. And then like that just kind of like, that's just a much more efficient way of training things, especially if it's something that you can do frequently. Like if you're playing Tracer, trigger discipline is something that you can practice literally every fight, right? Crosshair placement is something you can practice literally every fight. And you might as well practice it in ranked. I actually think, all right, here's a hot take. So there's two skills that you could practice in ranked that I think generally have the best results. The first is any mechanical habit that you could do frequently, like trigger discipline or crosshair placement. And the second is like thinking before fight how you want to position, like just basic position, like what angle do I want to take? Like those are actually super big bang for your buck skills to practice, more so than probably anything else.
Yeah. I think you can find the habits. I do agree. I'm trying to think of like Tracer habits. Like I'm going to a game because I feel bad we're kind of sitting here just talking. We have no like video to talk about, like for the audience to watch.
That's okay. Okay. I mean, I'm
but like
done.
But like going to this game, for instance, like I could go into my head and be like, I know I'm a GM1 player, blah blah, P2D9, blah blah blah. But I haven't played this game like forever.
Yeah,
like I'm mechanical, super rusty.
Also,
I probably am around plat level
as well.
Yeah.
Season
like,
4.
It's been a while. Like my highest, like I have my top 500 from Overwatch 1 deathmatch thing. I've always kept on, and like because but like yeah. So like we're going to this game. Like I know like. One of the big, like I think you mentioned, like there's different habits, different like play styles have. Like overall, I'm a flex player. Like I think I lean towards tank in most games because they typically are good at just carrying. And I'm not like, and also they have more room for error because something like I love Tracer. This is an exempt, for instance, but like Tracers have a lot of room for error. You make one wrong brink, you get stunned, your headshot, you're dead. I can overposition a little bit in Zarya and just double myself and walk out.
Sure. Keep in mind though, like you're talking about immediate feedback versus delayed feedback. You're not necessarily talking about room for error. So when you're talking about like you can double bubble yourself out, yeah, but you just trolled. You're gonna lose a fight now. Whereas with Tracer, you make a mistake, you die, immediately. Oh, okay, I should have died there. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like if you're talking about a quote unquote more forgiving character, you're probably describing a character whose mistakes don't get punished directly, but get punished indirectly. You'll still lose the fight. You just might not be the first to die.
That's fair.
Just a different way of thinking about it anyway. That's all.
That's fair. I guess another thing. I guess I this is a philosophy that I have to. I've been applying from NBA 2K because like NBA 2K like is
That's crazy.
Is weird because like it's so much. It's so weird. There's so many things you can apply. Like chest, the box, and everything. But like confidence, right? If I have an open shot and a 3, just take it. That has the comp.
Yeah.
Obviously, in basketball though, shooting 45% is really, really, really good. But winning 45% of your games in Overwatch is not very good.
Right.
So
But
there is a relativity.
Yeah, of course. But like the difference is that you have multiple, like 45% is not the same, because if you make 45% of your shots, then the enemy team is making 40%, right? So it's like it's not exactly a pass or fail here. Because you also have the opportunity to rebound. Okay, so I guess we got to move away from NBA
2K. Going into that, it's like I'm taking an angle here and taking a 1v1 that I know I should have won that, but like, yeah, but I'm bad.
But you did win it, right? You pushed her out, so now her space is a lot worse. You have the support to LOS. You know, as I'm like yapping in your ear here.
No, you keep yapping. Like, I don't. This is a gold game, man. Like I know technically you should be caring more, but like
technically plat game, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess what I would say is like I like the mindset there where you have like make decisions that are objective, not subjective. So like if you look at a shot and you're like, okay, this is a 45% chance I should make this shot. You can't think about whether you should take it or not, because you got to think, would Michael Jordan take this shot? And the answer is, or anybody that has this open shot should take it, right? So you need to play the percentages, right? So if you take a good angle and you're like, I'm not sure if I can win this because I'm feeling really rusty. No, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Because I think the danger is if you don't take those risks, you build habits of avoiding good shots, and like that's a really dangerous thing to be doing.
Yeah. Just gonna hit this pulse bomb.
Yeah, I hear you. Nice. Right. Like for example here, the reason why it's fine to do what you did, but like the only reason that felt stressful is because you engaged on the Ashe without recall, right? Is that something that you would normally do? Probably not.
Because I'm taking advantage of being a higher rank. Right now.
You're kind of you're egoing this a little bit, but it's like that's something to be aware of. That's Steph Curry and like an AAU 12-year-old AAU taking a mid-court shot for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like he doesn't care because it's a freaking AAU game. These are 12-year-olds, right? But he probably wouldn't take a mid-court shot if he didn't have to, right? So, for example, here, like you're kind of giving them respect because you should.
I'm just waiting for my recall.
yeah, exactly. But that's respect, right? That's respect. You know, if this was a bronze game, you wouldn't care about your recall.
Yeah.
So there's like the weird dynamic right here where like
knowing your ranges, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna kind of like run the lobby, whatever. That's fine. But ultimately, like you have to kind of be aware of like, okay, I got away with that. Probably shouldn't have. I need to be aware of that, you know. And you don't want to build too many. This is why like playing, like you've kind of described yourself as somebody that's like all in the alt accounts and kind of that's the worst part of alt accounts is that process where you start from here and climb yourself to a competitive rank is kind of wasted time because you do things like this, you know, where the enemy team might as well have their monitor off, you know.
Yeah, I really wish I could stream a game where I could be in a higher rank. I might be able to.
That's all right. I mean, it's fine. We've spent a lot of time chatting stuff here.
You're right.
I guess here's what I ask. Honest question. This is kind of unrelated. What does the PC versus console transition look like for you? Like I know you kind of bounce back and forth, but is it like some life situations? Like what does that look like?
So like okay, most of my friends and family play on console. I do have some PC friends, and so that's primarily the reason why I stay on console.
Yeah.
But like I had a PC. I gave it to my little brother. I have a laptop that can still run Overwatch fine.
Makes sense.
And like in playing like I know everyone has their opinions on this, but like I think objectively PC's skill ceiling is higher as a whole than consoles. They're just better.
Well, I mean,
individually, it's the same. Like you, whatever rank you're on console, you're gonna be ranked on PC. Like because you also get a mouse. Like I now get a mouse too.
It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe because like if the idea is that like you're so much more limited with console of what you can do, but it doesn't mean that you're a dumber person or less skillful. You can't move your mouse. Like you can't turn. There's limitations of what a controller can do. So yeah, I mean it makes sense. Ooh.
Let me. Did I lose you? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. I've got a new Xbox stream thing. That's fine. But yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay.
Totally fine.
I swapped to Marvel for for whatever reason.
Yeah, we can go for it.
I don't know, because like I'm just trying to think. This is a really hopefully weird video, but like at the same time, like my goals changed, and I was like, I didn't really want to cancel it because I don't know, it's just fun talking, you know, whatever.
Yeah, let's do it. The
last
here, going into coaching session. Man.
last roller coaster section. I am also watching Marvel Rifles. This is C2 count. I am not C2 right now.
Yeah.
So this will be the exact opposite of what we just went through.
Yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Is it actually
Okay, we'll be
season 2
fine.
now? I can't remember. Or is
No,
it not
it's
yet?
still season 1.5 still. So
Okay,
the season 2
1.5.
things haven't came in.
So Strange
like,
is still fine.
yeah, Strange is still top 4 easily. You know, pick or choose your poison.
Did you see what they did to Rocket?
I did not. What did they do to Rocket?
Even more heal botting. They took away his heal. No, I'm not even joking. They took away his heal over time, or they nerfed it, and they gave him more burst heal. So now, like, you're basically just like you have to like perma spam healing now. There's like no opportunity to like stop shooting heals. So it's
It's
great.
just not the direction I would have went.
They don't care about some healers in this game, man. They do not care. They are like they want you to heal, and that's all they want you to do. They do not give a frick.
Yeah. This is really random. My philosophy on bans in this game is I just don't care. I don't ban. I'll let the
It's
world
actually a
decide.
good philosophy. If you don't care, let your teammates choose. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like that.
you know,
Let them
there's psychology
cater.
in it.
Yeah, let them
Yeah.
cater their. I think it's gonna be the same thing with Overwatch. Like, let them cater. If you don't have a preference, let your teammates have their preference, because that way, you're not like. If you don't really care, then it might as well let the guy that doesn't want to play versus Groot have his full say. You know.
You know, no one's the
Groot
bans right
ban,
now.
man. I am out of touch, I guess.
Console's also a little weird. We are like in the weird pit of C2 because you know there is the talk of MMR boost, and like, you know, back a month ago when I was
Yeah.
actually C2, I think it was more, no, I was probably down, but now
Yeah.
who knows? Like, I had a 65% win rate when I got to C1.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
That's funny.
Double Bucky ban.
I mean, the Bucky ban makes sense. I mean, that at least if I'm anywhere in touch, but Groot ban is interesting.
Groot. Yeah, I do think Groot is good in the sense where if you have a team, it's kind of like
Yeah.
you know, Grab Dragon. You can, like, if you have two people
Yeah.
running Grab Dragon, you can win a game like that.
No, I think he's fine. I just am not used to seeing him being banned.
That's fair.
So I must be out of the loop here. Cap,
All right.
Bucky, or
Cap.
Cap. What am I saying? Cap. This is I've not seen Cap and Black Panther. That is
Yeah, this is a
Different.
weird game. So just trying to think about what we can do here. So like we have low heals relatively. Like Adam has burst heals, Mantis has low heals, but we have good
Yeah.
pressure.
a lot of damage, a lot of frontline.
A lot of damage pressure. Who else
Yeah,
we get?
and also you have, depending on how your Cap plays it as well, you're not going to need a lot of healing either. Because if your Cap is backlining or side angling, then he doesn't need as much healing.
All right.
So
I also have a philosophy on Koth that I always TP first.
yeah.
I think getting first fight advantage with a defensive style is
Yeah,
worth
I mean,
the TP.
it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have a lot less time to set up for retakes in Koth compared to other game modes. So, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I do think if the game does drag out long enough, you can get a second TP in.
Yeah, agreed.
So I just like, and also I hate team splitting up. So like,
Yep.
forcibly making your team play together is also
This
really
is
nice.
like a really, really nice TP, too, for this map.
Yeah,
It's
just
always really
high
nice
ground.
to- Yeah, just high
Yeah.
ground.
And we just see
And
what
then,
they
yeah,
have.
you get choke advantage here. It's really nice.
Hey, he is down. I probably
but
should
you
be a
could-
little
you
more
could- yeah,
in there.
Yeah, I don't know. You had early pressure. It's fine. You got the trade. You guys are even, and you have HP
that's
advantage
cool.
as well.
Oh, yeah, let's actually focus on mechanical skill. Because like right now I'm not hitting any shots.
Yeah.
Switching
is
to
fine.
Overwatch to this is also so different.
Yeah, it is.
And choking. So like there, like I could easily should have killed the Hulk, but it's just mechanical skill.
I mean, I suppose.
I hit LB
You're-
like I was crouching in Overwatch.
I'm more worried about. Okay, yeah, you lost too.
Alright, let's actually free focus. I'm kind of all over the place right now. What's happening? So they have the
you're-
Hulk down, Spider-Man on the left, but they've got Spider-Man.
You got to
So
trade
we
though.
can probably we can probably put pressure on this Hulk then, get him out of here.
Nice.
And then we have pressure still because they're down. And
What I
hopefully
would
Spider-Man,
do is ask
What's
where
up?
does your team want to take the engagement first. So like where's your Star Lord? Where's your Black Panther set up, and then kind of play around that.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah. That
So your
cap.
Panther's in now. So like just keep pressure up on the front line. Yeah. So in a weird way, like it's really your Captain America and Black Panther that are tanking for you. You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So you kind of like respond to their engagements first,
The tempo a bit.
and then now you're down
Slap
one,
works in it
and
now.
you don't have anything
Yeah,
at
I
back line,
picked
so
up.
you should give space. Yep.
Yeah, it should be alright. Now we go forward, and we kind of have the game of who wins the ultimate fight.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah,
build
yeah.
our ultimate. We gotta wait for them to go in the sky. See if we can find. Oh, she ulted first. That sucks.
That's fine.
In philosophy, really, I should wait as strange for both support ults, but like sometimes I just go for it.
Yeah, if you see, I think you should just go for it because especially if you have point advantage here, right? So like if you're able to just stall this out, this is to your advantage here. Oh wait, but you got support here. Yeah, you're.
Yeah, we can win this. Just gotta sustain. Make the fight last longer than them. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's okay. I think you just hold point there and angle Namor, but other than that, it's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, Luna, I thought I had support there. We have Adam though.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That's a big one
Shield,
right there, actually.
Yep. That is a big one.
And then from here, I would say just anchor unless you have any ults coming up. Do you know what you guys are at? You guys have Black Panther maybe?
Let's see. Nah.
Nah, you just chill.
Just cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went. Oh. Just clean up duty now.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
This should be able
Let's
to burn
see
him
if we
with
can
Mantis.
keep hitting him and look for.
Yeah.
All right, we got
Nice.
it.
Yeah, I guess my only critique here from more like a macro perspective would just be even earlier, like the first fight, just be more attentive to like when your dive DPS or your dive tank is actually doing something, right? And so, like I said, like let them tank for you because it did feel like you were a little bit out of sync with them in terms of taking space.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
So rather than having like a constant stream of pressure, have like a sharp spike in pressure and then kind of give space and sharp spike. It's called push pull, right? So
yeah, the push pull. You know, like everyone has different names for it. I always like use the I think A10's ebb and flow, like an ocean.
Ebb and flow. Yep. Tempo, right? It's technically what tempo, like playing to the timing of things, right? So yeah, it's good. Do you TP top here again?
The same thing. TP top.
Same thing.
Yeah.
TP top. Yeah.
That's just how I think of it.
It's a good spot for Namor first fight too. I
if
think.
I had ult and I was really feeling greedy, I could go for an ult, but like it's just pure greed. Okay. Oh, they TP'd.
You guys still have the advantage though. Your Namor's gonna.
We have Mantis down.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know
Namor
if one
fell.
right now. Where's our Mantis at? She's down here. Trying to keep our Mantis up.
Yeah. You're even
they're
here,
down
and you
hard.
have active cap ult, so just chill.
Yeah. Probably should be more aggressive. I'm going to focus on that. Keep our supports up.
Sure. Nice. Diff.
Let's see if we can get
Don't give cap. Don't
touch.
give cap. Yeah. You may need to ult this if you see an opportunity.
Probably. Oh, may not.
No,
Oh.
no, you're good. You're good.
Oh, gotta get the Hulk. Oh gosh.
Do you still have a support
Take
alive?
Hulk out of there. Ah. Oh,
You do not.
I want to ult so bad, but this is so bad now. I went too high. That's on me.
You got double res here. Yeah, I would look for an ult here.
Yeah. So you can pull him back. Come on. Boop. Nope, could not walk forward.
Yeah.
I think I should have held. I think I got too greedy for the ult.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I'm really not locked in. To be honest.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
really don't mind.
it's fine. It's fine. It's tricky. They're kind of playing their tempo really well. Like they're hard focusing you when they get divers in your backline, and so then you're not getting any healing for like 4 or 5 seconds, but you're playing as if you're getting healing when your supports can't. It's like this weird thing.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Off the whole. Oh, she ulted. After this, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost Mantis. We have backup. We're low on heals. Lost both healers. That's a lost fight. All right.
Yeah.
That's just mean. We make it.
No, that's crazy. Are you invisible woman now? I think you're invisible woman now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a thing. Oh, we lost BP. This is like weird. Like, obviously, I want to wait, but like, no one's
Yeah.
gonna wait. for
If your cap
So,
takes
like,
space, take space with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it.
And I want to get. We have shield
Okay.
up. Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. That's shield.
Oh, Loki.
That's fat.
I didn't get to break it. That sucks. I
That's
got
fine.
Loki at least.
The damage is done. Yeah,
Ah,
that's okay. Big.
oh, big. Please get out of here.
Yeah, you have no healer, so just I'd go for a trade here. Okay, now they're back.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. Those Adam Reses have been crazy.
They have been crazy. He's carrying us right now.
And also like he and the invisible one keep resing themselves as well. Like it's crazy.
This has been crazy. Thank you to supports this game. Unless we can help the BP.
Yeah. What's ults looking like right now for the enemy team and your team? Just do a quick check now. So you got BP.
Let's see. I think Mag has his ult. I think.
Invisible one will get hers as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just
Mag,
focus on.
actually, Mag might not be his ult. He's swapped. I don't know.
All right, so just focus on the one you need to pay attention to.
All right. Let's.
Probably tank ults.
Pressure. Yeah.
That's huge.
There's the cloak.
Yeah.
Let's just, we're down one. We can sustain. We have support, and we don't. We gotta play for it. Where is our one down? We gotta play point 99. Go for a trade, maybe.
Yep.
I don't want to ult. He has ult at any time. I can't ult.
Yeah. You can if you need to give point, you can. You have 2 dive tanks here. Oh, that's huge.
There you go. I was waiting for that. That's true. I was waiting for the point. I'm gonna get the Loki down
Fat.
and fat.
Beautiful. And again, you're just getting point capture percentage here too. You're almost basically in last fight territory. They're not going to get a very clean fight here if you guys get the Spider-Man.
Choked.
That's fine.
Oh,
That's
not
fine.
over.
Actually,
I gave up. I gave up too early.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine. All right, old situation for your team, enemy team. Oh, he's off the map.
Let's see.
Scarlet Witch. That's nice for point.
We have Hulk. I think it's just Hulk.
Yeah, they have Thing as well. So just keep up the pressure and be patient here. Why are you ulting this now? Okay, 1 for 1.
Let's. What's this magic at?
Just be patient.
Yeah, I want the magic. Oh well. It hurts. Really want to trade on the squishy.
You'll have res.
We have TP back if we sustain long enough. But we're down both supports.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
It's my bad. I didn't see it.
Is it?
Maybe. I would go for TP here for sure.
Nah.
Oh, that's tragic. Okay.
It was a close one. It's a slight micro plays, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a game over.
Yeah, let's do an ult read
Would
right
you-
here as well during the downtime. Like, look at what you got. Look at what they're going to have. They used Hulk.
Okay.
They might have
They're
Dark
calling
Child.
support ult soon.
They'll have Dark Child mid-fight, probably. Because that was a long fight.
Yeah. I think same thing here. Just TP high ground
Sure.
and keep going.
Yeah. Set up for the better ult play.
We have 71. Like, I want to be I would like to be aggressive, but at the same time, I think I have to respond to their dive and just get real ult charge off their dives. I'm really playing for cycles of my burst, of my the E. I think it's on PC, and then
Yep. Dark magic. Mm-hmm.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Oh, I went the wrong way. I've never done that in a long time.
That's okay.
All good. I'm still here. A couple seconds late, but so be it. Respond to the magic. She is my priority this game. I'm giving up. Let's see. Oh, she dashed out of it. Okay,
Alright.
what's happening? I really just want to keep this magic. She's the one thing.
Yeah, I mean, you
my supports.
you anchoring here is also nice, keeping their backline really honest as well.
Okay, there's the magic. There's Dark Child. We have Invisible Girl.
Yep.
We just build ult. We have ult after this. That's our goal.
She missed her one-shot opportunity as well, so. Nice.
I hit both tanks. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, that was nice.
That was better. I didn't hit him. I think I got too focused on what I needed to do there instead of looking like I didn't. That wasn't okay. I hit both tanks, but I definitely could have been a lot better.
It's maybe something for a longer conversation, but I do think that you're chasing Magic too much. I don't mind if you pressure her when you have choices, but if you're running around, you're losing a lot of pressure opportunities on either backline or frontline. I get that she's a problem, but like you also letting the entire team go for free is also a bit of a problem. So just shoot her when she's there, but I wouldn't go completely out of your way.
Heard. All right, let's go in. You got lost 2. Let's get right back out.
Right. So that is like, okay, you're like, oh, you know, I couldn't peel there. That's true, but think about where they came from.
They went from left side, yeah.
That's where on retake you clear your corners first. Clear your corners, then run it down main. They were up top left, I promise you. So instead of going right to main, on retake, walk up top, check top left, check top right for just like 2 or 3 seconds, and then go main.
Yeah.
Like, where's Magic? Where's Spider-Man? Do you have the time to check?
Yeah,
you
we have Cap up there right now. He's taking damage. Someone is up there. We're going to clear it.
Yeah, so just clear it. Right. And then there you go. You'll force CDs, force her engage on you, not your backline, and then now your backline's in a better position to live the dive.
Okay, I'm going to play for survival with the whole Ulk. I don't know if I should deny this whole Ulk or not. No, I didn't deny it. It didn't matter. I think I just chase the fantasy too much this game.
Yeah, this is just a really good dive map too. Like the reality is that it's just gonna be hard here. Disengage and clear again. I would just spy check, corner check.
Yeah. You have Cap left side. He cleared left.
Okay.
But he's in. I want to.
Sure. Yeah. I was good.
Okay, so 1 for 1.
Yeah.
We need an ult.
You got time.
There it is.
And then from here, this is where you don't focus tank. Anything but tank here.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. Pay attention to your HP.
It's 99, so I don't.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. It's tough because they've got the active cloak ult. You're like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I mean, it's just a really good dive map. You guys were.
Yeah, I'm not a manger of this game. This is just fun. You know, there's just like a. I haven't played this game in a while. Definitely like anxiety.
Yeah. I think you played.
I
think you played.
Yeah, it's fine. Like it's fine.
Played okay.
It's just polish.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if we're talking like basic principles, tempo off of your front line, on retakes, checking corners versus dive stuff. I mean, those are just the basic stuff. And I think more of like a micro thing, but something that definitely applies, case in point here, is like, don't over chase, whether it's Overwatch or Rivals. What you do is you clear, right? You clear space, and then once you've anchored, if you give up that space to go deal with a threat, you're screwed. Like, remember when you were on top first fight, and Magic comes up, you drop the chase, she wraps all the way around behind, you're still chasing. That's fine-ish, but only because the backline was kind of MIA. Like, they're basically frontline backline was doing nothing, right? But then as that fight evolved, you started to fall back and chase, which opened yourself up to cover, which really enabled their backline to support the Magic even easier. Because if you notice, the more that you focus the Magic in that mid fight, her HP bar wasn't really moving, right?
No.
And unless you have like a specific cooldown or something to equip with that, like if you're full dark magic or whatever, then like sure, but like it's actually really dangerous. And this is also applies to Overwatch, which is why I'm talking about it, where it's like know your limitations of what your character can do. And
I think I got greedy, think I could get the burst off onto the meta and simply just went I call it chasing the fantasy in my head, is where like you see the fantasy of like the picture you want. You get the kill, blah blah blah, you go this, you do that, but then the reality sets in. You know, it's not happening. And you
Well, right, and I think well, the reality, as long as the reality is like, it kind of goes back to that percentage shot off of the 45% shot in NBA 2K, right? Yeah. So if you look at that and you're like, I'm 100% dark magic or close to it, she's 2/3 HP, I can nuke her, I should be able to nuke her, then that's fine. But if you're at 0, she's being pocketed, it doesn't matter how good you are, you're not killing her. You know, especially if she's far away from you, right? Like that's just a point in time where it's just not worth it. So it's kind of like taking a better resource trade elsewhere. But weird call, man. Like I'm glad we got to kind of talk these things over.
It is a weird call, but I appreciate you going through with it. I really hope it can make an okay video. Like,
Sure,
I-
sure, of course, mate. I don't mind. I mean, it's more about you than anything else. Like the sessions
Yeah.
focus on you. So
that's true, but
so yeah. Anyway, I guess any questions since we're kind of wrapping things up here about rivals or practice or mechanics or anything else or maybe some of your terms that you've worked on or whatever since you've been doing things or whatever.
I'm trying to think. Man, you really think I'd have something lined up for this? Like,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
but no, to me, like this coaching session really has been like, hey, kind of just play games for fun. Like you be proud, like you do stuff for imposter syndrome, like you said. Like and at the end of the day, I feel like I'm not being good enough to hit my ranks. Like I want to hit. I'm still a point whatever percent player. Like
Right.
there's a lot of people who are trying to grind to this level, and like they're not here. And like you said, sometimes I should also take pride, and I do get to where I am with a little bit less effort, which does take some skill. So like there's pride in that, and then finding where I want to, what I want to do. Like
Yeah.
I do enjoy chasing the thrill of Marvel and like not Marvel competitive, but like I haven't really been like Marvel's just okay. Like solo grind ladder sucks. Like just
Yeah.
recently it just has not been fun for me. And times has changed. I think as a kid, 16, 17, I enjoyed it a lot more. But just now I don't know. Like it's just kind of like I don't really have a goal, and it really
Yeah.
just like I came here with a goal, then I didn't have a goal, so I was like, we're kind of just gonna talk and just.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
such a
of
thing.
course, man. Well, like glad if I can help with anything like that, if nothing else. As always, like if questions come up or you run into a brick wall with NBA 2K, I mean you know your guy. I have never played. I played like
you
I
would be
think the-
good at 2K. I feel like
no,
I feel like the philosophy.
maybe.
Like-
Well, yeah, I
like-
think potentially. Go ahead. Sorry.
2K is not like a mechanically heavy game. It's just like it's more like a fighting game, hitting your combos at the right time, and
Yeah.
then just knowing the push and pull. In my open space.
I mean,
yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think
Especially
the
playing
last.
center, you just dominate in the paint, man. 7-3, just
Yeah, I mean, I've got the
Maybe,
height
like-
advantage for sure. So, like, definitely some IRL skills translating in there, right? Surely, with my all 5'9" of me. I think like I think the last sports game, man, I think I played was like as a kid, Madden 2005. I'm really dating myself with that, but holy crap, that was a long time ago. There was a joke about like sports games, they just like take the same game and they like slap a new coat of paint. It's a new one, guys. It's the new.
like people talk about how bad like the games are. 2K is the greediest, most disgusting. Like they do not like their fan base at all. And like obviously it's crazy to say. It's crazy to say because you think as a person you talk with like Aaron Keller. Aaron Keller's just a sweetheart, loves his fan. Like the whole Overwatch
Yeah.
team, right? Just amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just completely different. Like it is just greed filled because 2K sells the same game every single year, and then you have to like to play the main thing. It's like level your player. It's like, oh hey, it starts with 60 overall. You have to rank up to a 99 overall, but to do that it costs in-game currency, and you have to spend like literally like $100 to play the game. Alongside the game every year.
Yeah,
it's
makes sense.
terrible.
Hey, if it ain't broke, I guess
Hey,
same kind of-
exactly. That's how they say
Yeah,
it. But like it's
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I